Hello students, today we are doing lesson 8.3 and it is on subtracting polynomials. Subtracting polynomials. So yesterday or the last lesson we did adding polynomials and this is exactly the same, but we're going to be subtracting them. So we're going to do 3 examples on this one, and after the first one I'm going to have you do the examples and then come back and watch me do it. Okay, so example 1, we're going to have it written out like this, and I'm not sure how y'all prefer to do it, if you just like to have it in this format or if you liked it when you put them on top of each other. I like doing both ways to show you, and then you can just do whichever way you like. Okay, here we go. We have 3x squared plus 2x minus 5. And then we're going to subtract from that 4x squared minus 5x plus 2. Now remember, a minus means you're going to do the opposite, right? So when we subtract this, we're going to change all of these numbers right here to their opposite. So it's like distributing out that negative sign. That's another way to look at it. So I'm going to rewrite this, and I'm going to take away all the parentheses, but I'm going to change everything over here to their opposites. So instead of 4x squared, we're going to have negative 4x squared. Instead of minus 5x, we're going to have plus 5x because that's the opposite. And then instead of plus 2, we're going to have minus 2. So I'm just going to go over here and rewrite these. And so now the first one stayed the same, right? We didn't change anything there. But now the second one, we're going to change everything here. So I'm going to erase this real quick so that I can show you while I'm doing this. Okay, so I'm going to do the minus 4x squared. And then when I have this minus sign and another minus sign, that's just doing the opposite. So instead of minusing, we're going to plus 5x. And then I have a minus sign and a plus sign, so that's going to change to a minus 2. Okay? So remember, all those minus signs, I'm just looking at them like they're negative signs. Okay, now I'm going to add my like terms. So I have 3x squared and minus 4x squared. That's going to give me a negative x squared, right? It's a negative 1, and I'm just dropping off that 1. So it's like this, negative 1, but I'm not putting a 1 there because you don't have to. You can, if that helps you, but you don't have to. Okay, my next one, I'm going to do the x's. So I have a plus 2x and a plus 5x. So that's easy enough. That's a plus 7x. And then my very last ones are a minus 5 and a minus 2. So that's going to be a minus 7. And that's it. Okay, so it's just like the adding polynomials we did before, except this time we're taking this minus sign here and we are distributing it out or doing the opposite to everything after it. Okay, so now I want you to do one on your own. So example 2, so have this written down, 5a minus 7b plus 6c plus 10, and then we're going to minus 3a plus 4b minus 8c minus 9. Okay, so go ahead and hit pause and try to see if you can do this one on your own and then come back, okay? Okay, now you should be back. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this one by writing one on top of the other, just in case there's some kids out there who like to do it that way. So I have 5a minus 7b plus 6c plus 10. So I just rewrote this. Okay, and now I'm going to take my minus sign right here, and I'm going to distribute it out to everything before I write it down. Okay, or as I'm writing it down, let's say it that way. So here I have minus 3a, so I'm going to just put a minus 3a. Then I have the minus 4b. Here I have a minus and a minus, so that's going to be plus 8c. And then I have a minus and a minus again, so that's going to be plus 9. See how I line them all up underneath the one that they're supposed to be underneath? And I'm just going to change this to look a little bit different. Okay, so now I'm going to do my math. So I have 5a minus 3a is 2a. I have minus 7b and minus 4b, so that's minus 11b. Or you could say negative 7b and negative 4b is a negative 11b. Okay, the next one is plus 6c and plus 8c, so that's going to be a plus 14c. And then the last one is plus 19. And that's my answer. I don't have to do anything else. Pretty simple, I think. Okay, example 3. The only thing that kids get messed up on subtracted polynomials is not distributing the minus sign out to everything below it. Sometimes they just do the first one. They just do like the 3a and forget about the rest. Other times they'll do like the first 2 and then they get distracted and they forget to do the rest of them. So remember to do all the way through. Okay, last one. You have 4x squared plus 3xy minus y squared minus 5x squared minus 8xy plus 4y squared. Okay, so go ahead and distribute that minus sign out and then combine your like terms, and that will be it. So hit pause and do it on your own. Okay, we should be back now. So hopefully y'all are doing these on your own and you're doing what I'm saying to do. That's the only way to get the practice in, and then checking your work with me as I do it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to distribute this out, the minus sign, all the way out. And I'm just going to write them underneath here. So I'm going to put minus 5x squared. This one's going to be a plus, right? Because we have negative and a negative. So plus 8xy. And the last one is going to be negative 4y squared. So I put this minus over here. Okay, and now so I'm kind of getting a little bit each time, a little bit different way to do it. So now instead of rewriting this all down here, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to combine them. So I have 4x squared and a minus 5x squared. So that's going to be a negative x squared. My next one is 3xy and an 8xy. So that's going to give me 11xy. And then my last one is the minus y squared and the minus 4y squared. Remember, when you have this minus y squared, that's really a 1 right there, right? So I have minus 5y squared. And there's my answer. And that's it for today. So you are only going to have a few problems to do. This isn't very difficult. And if you need help, make sure that you text me or call me and I'll help you with it. Okay? Bye.